How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie, and welcome back to the return of the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Yes, it has been a while, it has been a few weeks. I thought I'd take, obviously, the World Cup break just to have a few weeks to myself. Just have a break from stressing about Leeds, talking about Leeds, and, everyone knows that supporting Leeds United comes with a health warning, and it was nice to just not have that permanent health issue that is Leeds United on the mind for the last few weeks. Obviously, I was going to return last week. Unfortunately, I had a bereavement in the family, so obviously I've been dealing with that over the last sort of week or so. So I appreciate everyone's messages. Obviously, I did share on that day that I'd had some bad news, and a lot of you did reach out and send me a message. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. But enough of the niceties, guys. We are back with a video, of course. Now, there's been a lot of stuff. I say a lot of stuff. There's been a few things that I want to touch upon that's happened during the break, and obviously some interesting transfer news that has come out this morning as well. So before we get into it, please smash that like button. Please subscribe and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And yeah, let's get into it then. So I'm really excited to be back doing this, I can't lie. So, first thing that I wanted to touch upon, a positive that I'll start with, is the news that we found out was about a week or two ago now, that Pascal is on the verge of signing a new deal. Fabrizio Romano shared the news that Pascal is about to sign a new deal, an extra 5 years, which will keep him at Ellen Road until the summer of 2027, which is good, obviously. I think Pascal has been one of our better players this season, really underrated, just going about his business quietly. To say that he's been playing as a left back, which is a problem in itself for the club, really. But in terms of him personally, how he's playing, I actually think he's done really well at left back. But we all know that we need Pascal Struijk at left centre back instead of a certain Liam Cooper. But the only problem with that is that we don't have a good left back, because the only left back that we have at the club, I'm not even sure he's a professional footballer. I think he's like just someone in disguise. So yeah, like I said, hopefully Leeds will be competent in January. Leeds will be using their initiative, and hopefully they'll be able to bring in a left back in January. If not though, because let's be honest, we can't get too greedy, can we? I do think Pascal is a very good player at left back, so I wouldn't have too many worries about him playing there. We've just got to keep him fit, because if he gets an injury, then we are absolutely snookered. So yeah, as I said, really positive news that we seem to be tying our good players down to new deals, which is good. Speaking of signings then, let's talk about a few potential exits at Ellen Road in January as well. First of all, we'll start with Cody Drameh. Again, Fabrizio shared the news that the likes of Newcastle, Lille, Borussia Dortmund were all having a look at him. And I found it quite interesting at first, because I thought, obviously I know these clubs have scouts that will go to under 21 games and such, but from what we've seen of Cody, now I'll be honest, I didn't watch the Elche game last week, obviously because I had things going on. I didn't get a chance to watch. But from what I heard after the game, he was one of our better performers on the night. I don't know if he started. I'm not sure if he started. I really do apologise. But the minutes that he played, let's say, I heard he was very good. Whenever we've seen him in the first team in the Premier League, though, I have got my doubts. I do think he should be higher in the pecking order than Luke Ayling. Maybe if we saw more of him, he would be better. But the games that we've seen of him, the ones that stick out to me, Brentford away earlier on this season, I didn't think he were great. The Arsenal game last season at Ellen Road, where Martinelli tore him a new arsehole, not good. Barnsley at home in the Cup this season, I thought he was good. And obviously he did well on loan at Cardiff last season. He ended up getting their player of the season. He was only there for 6 months. That shows how bad Cardiff was. But maybe Newcastle are looking at it as a potential future plan for when Kieran Trippier moves on. Makes sense. Lille are exploring. They've been exploring the Premier League for signings for a while now, so that makes sense. And Dortmund obviously makes sense. You know, they took a certain Jude Bellingham, who was amazing for England at the World Cup, by the way. They took him from Birmingham in the Championship, and they've turned him into probably the best young midfielder in the world at the minute, or he's up there. You know, so it would make sense for him. I just think if we manage to lose out on Cody Drama, it would be a massive step backwards. And I say that because, like I said, he should be higher up in the pecking order than Luke Ayling. For me, it should be Rasmus, Cody, and then Luke. Luke Ayling, I think, for the whole time that he's at the club now, moving forward, he will be the second option behind Rasmus. So that's probably what Cody's looking at. And I can understand it to a degree. Because if you're not getting in ahead of Luke Ayling, I'd be pretty annoyed as well if I had the ability that he does. So yeah, hit me up in the comment section, guys. Do you think Cody should go? Are you bothered if he goes? Who knows? Hit me up in the comments. Now, the next one that I want to talk about is a tough one to talk about for a lot of reasons. Matthias Klich. Now, I'm going to speak on a sentimental value first, and then I'm going to speak in a realistic way as well. On the sentiment, unbelievable servant to Leeds United. Obviously, first joined us. I heard somewhere it was 2018. I'm not sure it was that season, but he initially, I think he played a game against Cardiff. He was woeful. He got shipped out on loan. Came back in. Bielsa's first season. He saw something in him, and he turned him into an unbelievable player for Leeds United. Was absolutely pivotal and vital to us getting promoted. That first season under Bielsa, he was great as well, the playoff season. And then the promotion season, it was absolutely unbelievable. First Premier League season, I thought it was good as well. And, you know, the memories that he's given us, the promotion night when he was absolutely trolled, just trolling people on Instagram, I thought it was brilliant. The whole Spygate thing when he was going like that at the Derby players, flicking water on the back of a Bolton player at Ellen Road, I remember. You know, just little things like that that made Klich and still makes Klich a legend at Leeds United of the modern years anyway. I'd say within the last 10 years he is up there as a Leeds legend. I think all the promotion squad are, for the simple fact that they all played a part in getting us up. But on a realistic note, am I bothered that he's going now? I am for the sentiment, but I'm not in terms of moving forward. I think it makes sense to get rid of him. He hasn't played much this season, only from the bench. He's not started a game. He lost out on Poland's World Cup squad as a result of that, which he didn't like. And obviously, as we've heard, it's increasingly likely that he's going to go to the MLS to play for, I think it's Wayne Rooney's team. Is it DC United over there? So, fair play to him. He'll get minutes over there. He'll play really well over there. Might even get back into the Poland team. Who knows? And I just think it's the right time for him to be moving on. But I should be saying this about Ayling. I should be saying this about Cooper, Forshaw, Tyler Roberts. I know he's looking likely to go, but he's still technically our player at the minute. You know, Junior Firpo, I get he hasn't been at Leeds as long, but these sorts of players we need to be moving on. Liam Cooper, brilliant captain. He's done loads for the community, but he needs to go. I know it's not exactly the same, but Calvin Phillips was an unbelievable player for Leeds. He did a lot in the community. He was a Leeds lad. He still moved on. Yes, he's gone on to Man City, which Cooper obviously would not do that. I just think for as long as Cooper's at the club, he will always play, which is wrong for me. I think he's a liability. I do. That's just my honest opinion. Yes, he has games where he does well, and I will give him credit where it's due. But 99.9% of the time, every time he touches the ball, I'm in that south stand and I'm bricking it. Him and Llorente, for me, are on par with that. Every time they touch the ball, I'm just thinking, right, Cooper, just play a safe pass, Because I do not trust him. But again, I understand why people do, because they've got the Cooper tinted glasses on, and they'll watch the highlights of him on YouTube that are about 2 minutes long, where it's just him playing simple passes, and they think, oh, he's brilliant. He's not, guys. He's got a mistake in him all the time. And these are the sorts of players that we need to be letting go, in my opinion. Another thing that I just wanted to touch upon as well, which made me laugh a little bit, was that interview that came out of Jesse Marsh, where he was discussing Leeds trying to get Cody Gakpo, saying that we were 99.9% done. Orta had flew out, he'd met the family, he'd agreed personal terms, just couldn't agree on the fee, and that he's obviously now out of our price range. Well, obviously, he's scored how many... He isn't in the World Cup now, is he? But he's scored about 4 goals. Was about 3 goals in the World Cup? 2 or 3 goals? Yeah, all the commentators, whenever Holland played, were just singing his praises. He's added a good 20 million onto his fee now. There's no chance we're getting Gakpo, ever. He wants Man United, and he'll probably get Man United as well. I just think, again, it's just Leeds United being late to the party, isn't it? I just found it funny how he kind of was so open about it and just said it how it was. Do I believe that it was that close to being done? No, I don't. I think we were in for him, and to be fair, I believe that Orta probably met the family and tried speaking to him, but he was never coming to Leeds. Never. Never, ever coming to Leeds. But yeah, same old Leeds, late to the party. And we'll end on some transfer news then. So, news coming out this morning that Leeds United are in the mix to sign Matheus Cunha from Atletico Madrid. We all recognise that name, don't we? Because in the promotion season, I think, we tried to sign him. It was one of them that we tracked for the whole summer. Never made a bid. Never in the running, really. It was always Atletico at the time. Same as RDP. Same as CDK this summer. We chased him, and we didn't get him. The only thing is, at the minute, Wolves are leading the race at the minute, down to Lopetegui, obviously, taking over there. And apparently, they favour a move to Wolves. He is leaving Atletico in January, wherever he goes, and he will be coming to the Premier League, from what I'm seeing and hearing. I just, it's Leeds being second, it's Leeds being third, it's Leeds being fourth, fifth. We're never number one. We're never leading a race to sign a player. And apparently it would be at a decent price as well, so we need to be all over that. There's history there with us trying to get him before. He'll be aware of Leeds. Hopefully Orta can work his magic and get ahead of Wolves, because Wolves at the minute, they are bottom of the league. Yes, they'll probably turn it around under the new manager, but right now they are bottom of the league. Leeds are not bottom of the league. I think we're 15th at the minute. Again, I've not checked the league table for so long, but I'm sure we're 15th. Hopefully Leeds can just do this deal. Just do a deal. You know what I mean? Just get in front, offer the money, and just do it. Like, we need to be smart in January. We cannot, even if we only sign 1 or 2 players, we need more than that, but even if we only get 1 or 2 in positions that we need as well, let's just be smart, Leeds. Let's do things the normal way. I'm not saying that we'll finish top 10, but even if we just get a bit higher in that bottom half and just be comfortable, That's all we need. Then we get into the summer, and then we really get to work then. But there's Musah as well that's being linked. Again, top player. I'd have him as well. Again, the likes of Klich moving on. Obviously, Forshaw. God, they posted that free kick that he scored, and everyone nearly wet themselves over it. The guy's broken. He said he wants to fight for his place, apparently. Come on, the people. There's no way. If Forshaw's fit, I actually see him probably playing in the City game just because Adams is out. But then once Adams is back, Forshaw's back on the bench. It's as simple as that. Tyler Adams had an amazing World Cup, by the way. But this is not about the World Cup. That's just thoughts that are coming into my head. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, guys. As I said, it was basically just a quick catch-up with a few things that I found interesting since the break's over. Obviously, England are out of the World Cup now after losing to France. The referee was shocking in that game, but it is what it is. Am I that gutted? I kind of called it at the beginning of the tournament. I did say that we'd probably get to a certain point. First world-class team that we come up against, Southgate would bottle it, as he did. Look, the ref was bad, granted, and I was actually happy that Southgate went for the back four and he didn't go defensive and tried to go toe-to-toe. But when he knew it wasn't working, he could have made subs earlier to change the game. The Kane penalty miss is what it is. 9 times out of 10, he scores that. He scored the first one, and it was just one of them. It was disappointing, but unfortunately, England are out. So that was a brief summary of England's World Cup. But now it's full tunnel vision onto Leeds United. We actually play in just over 2 weeks against Man City, which is frightening, to say the least, because it's not going to be a nice welcome back to the Premier League, is it? I hope I'm wrong, but we need to be realistic, don't we? But yeah, I'm not sure when my next upload will be, but I just wanted to come on and just have a brief catch-up with everyone, and as I said, just talk through a few things. If you've enjoyed this one, please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel, and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.